Hi friends, sometimes we know what to do, sometimes we know how to do, but many times we do not know why we do what we do. Here is the video which explains clearly why we do what we do. Let's watch. There are 7 spheres influencing our decisions knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly. Parents, education, economics, government, media, celebration, and religion.
Mom, I'm planning to go for a picnic today.
I will pack your lunch.
Pack my lunch? I thought of having the lunch when I'm traveling itself. Oh, let it be okay, fine. Okay, then pack all my things in the plastic bag. Don't forget.
No plastics.
No plastics. Yes, my teacher taught me not to use plastic. So, no to plastic. Fine. The climate is very hot. Let me go by car. That will be even more good.
1 liter petrol, 80 rupees.
80 rupees. Oh my god, 80 rupees. Then I prefer bike itself. That will be fine. Oh, helmet. Helmet, school air, so I prefer no helmet.
No helmet, you'll be fined.
Fined. Yes, last time I paid 2000 rupees for not wearing a helmet. So this time I'm going to wear my helmet. Fine.
Breaking news, flu spreads in the eastern side.
Eastern side? Okay, then I'll go by western side. That will be fine.
Sing, dance, enjoy.
Exactly. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to do all sort of funny things. I'm going to take selfies, photos, videos, and within a day, I'm going to become like Salman Khan or Shah Rukh Khan.
Remember God always.
Yes, I forgot to pray. So let me pray and go for my picnic.
Friends, you would agree that directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly, we are influenced by the 7 spheres of influence. Good spheres, good influence. Bad spheres, bad influence. Now, let us go to our classrooms. How are these 7 spheres connected to our classrooms? We have students who can go to 7 spheres of influence. Different spheres requires different talents. Good news, our students have different talents. There is a student who has a talent to go to this sphere, economics. So, green color. Okay. There is a student who has a different talent, blue color talents, to go to blue color sphere. And there is another student with different talents to go to the yellow sphere, media sphere. All our students have different talents to go to different spheres. But what do? We try to pool them in one sphere. Without recognizing the talents, we try to pool them in one sphere. What happens? 2 problems. One is, if all students are pooled in one sphere, what will happen to other spheres? Where will they get people? And the second problem is, when the person stands in the right sphere, he will use all his talents and he will be shining, he will be excelling, and that's how he will get 5 star. Why he gets 5 star? He is in the right profession. His talent is matching with this profession. But if he is in a wrong profession, okay, this profession needs a different talent, but he is in a wrong profession. So what will happen? He will have only 3 stars. He has potential to shine like 5 stars, but because his talent and the profession is not matching, he will have only 3 stars. He will shine in an average way. These are the 2 problems in not identifying the talents of the students and guiding them correctly to the correct sphere. Friends, we need to understand that all our students are differently talented and they are all of different temperaments. Temperaments and talents, mostly they go together. Hope you are aware of 4 temperaments: sanguine, choleric, melancholy, phlegmatic. People with sanguine temperament, they'll be able to work with people. They'll be good in speaking. They are humorous. They need to go to a job which involves people, maybe in education, maybe in government. People with melancholy temperament, they are more comfortable working alone than with people. Jobs like composers, musicians, artists. As a teacher, we need to identify their talents. We need to identify their temperaments and guide them correctly to the correct sphere. After identifying their talents, we need to give them knowledge. We need to develop their skills. How can we do that? Can we try same style of teaching? No, because students don't have same style of learning. Look at these students. Look at their caps. Some are having black color cap, some are having yellow, some are having red. What does it say? They are having different style of learning. These yellow color caps, they are all visual learners. They learn by seeing things. This black color cap, they are all motor learners. They learn by doing. And the red color cap, they are audio learners. They learn by hearing. Now, let us look at a class. The teacher is teaching by a visual method. When the teacher teaches by a visual method, look at the different levels of learning. When the teacher is trying visual style, the visual learners, you remember, yellow is a visual learner. He is able to learn 10 out of 10. Another yellow visual learner, 10 out of 10. The other visual learner, 10 out of 10. So when the teacher is trying visual aid, the visual learners learn the maximum. And look at the other learners, motor learners and audio learners. Are they learning? Or they are not learning at all? No, they are learning. But maybe 6, maybe 2, because their style of learning is different. We'll try the other way. Now the teacher is trying audio, red color. She's trying audio style of teaching. Now you can guess who will learn more. Correct. The audio learners, they have maximum learning. Where are the audio learners? Where is the red color cap? Here. He is an audio learner. When the teacher is trying audio, he is learning the maximum. He enjoys learning 10 out of 10. There is another audio learner here. She learns the maximum 10 out of 10. She enjoys learning. What will happen to the visual learner? What will happen to the motor learners? Are they learning something? Yeah, you can see. He learns maybe 6 out of 10. He learns 2 out of 10. And he learns 4 out of 10. And he learns 7 out of 10. And let's try the third demo. When the teacher is trying some activities in the class, students are able to touch the object. Students are able to feel the object. Students are able to do something in the class involving their body, involving their hands. Motor. When she tries, now you can guess who will learn more. Correct. Motor learners will have maximum learning. Where are motor learners? Where are the black color caps? Here is the motor learner. She learns the maximum. 10 out of 10. She enjoys learning. And there is another motor learner here. He learns 10 out of 10. He enjoys learning. Because he's a motor learner and the teacher is trying something motor style of teaching. Look at the other visual learners and other audio learners. They don't get their 10. They get less than 10. Of course, learning takes place, but not maximum. What is the conclusion? Teachers should understand that in my class, there are different students who has different style of learning. To teach a concept, the teacher should try all the possible style of learning, teaching. For example, visual, audio, motor. Now we have even learned 8 multiple intelligence. As many things as possible, if the teacher tries, learning would take place in the class. As we give knowledge to our students, as we bring out their skills, as we teach values to them through different styles of teaching, we need to encourage them now and then. How to do that? Can we encourage using one style? No. Students, they have different love languages. Hope you are all aware of 5 different love languages. Quality time, service, physical touch, affirmation, and gifts. Let us watch now when the teacher expresses her love, what happens in the class. Yes, Sivaranjani ma'am.
My dear students, you completed your project. It was awesome. I'm going to appreciate you all. Yeah, excellent. You did a great job. Splendid, marvelous, amazing.
When the teacher is appreciating, look at their smileys. All are happy, but certain smileys are small and certain smileys are big. Who is very happy? Since her expression was words of affirmation, the words of affirmation, her love language is words of affirmation. She is so happy. And her love language is words of affirmation. She is so happy. Others, they are happy, not very happy like these 2 people. Now let's watch next. When the teacher gives gift, who will have bigger smiley and who will have the smaller one?
Yeah, my dears. Now I would like to give you all a gifts. How many of you are interested in getting gifts?
Now look what happens. All don't have same smiley. All are not equally happy. Since she said she will give gifts, his love language is gifts. So he is more happy. And his love language is gifts. He is more happy. Big smiley. Others' love language is not gift, and still they are happy, but not as happy as these 2. So when teachers encourage students, they need to understand what is the love language and try that love language to reach the heart of the students. If it is gift, she can give gifts. If it is words of affirmation, she can appreciate. If it is physical touch, she can touch and say, well done, keep it up. So the teacher needs to know that different students have different love languages. Now let me conclude. What should we do in our classrooms? We need to identify different talents of the students. We need to identify their temperaments and give them knowledge, give them values, develop their skills through their own style of learning, and encourage them through their love language. Our students are ready to go to the 7 spheres and shine. After identifying their talents, equipping our students, teaching them all good values, we are sending our students to different spheres. For example, we want our students to be very good parents. Red color matches with red color. And we want our students to shine in the field of education as teachers, lecturers, professors, and we want our student to be very good, sincere businessman. He has got talents to become a businessman. And some of our students to become like sincere IAS officer, sincere IPS officer, sincere government officials, and some of our students to go into the media, which will speak the truth always. He is talented to go into media field. And some of our students to go to the sphere of celebration, maybe actors, musicians, artists, and finally, some of our students will become very good religious leaders who will be able to influence others religiously in a positive way. When our students are in the right spheres with the right values and right attitude, then all these spheres will be very good, and the influence that they make on every individual will be always good. And that is our vision. This is not possible just by one teacher. This vision can be achieved only by a team of teachers. And remember, teachers are also differently talented. They have different love languages. They have different temperaments. So it's not that easy to work together. The moment you recognize that everyone is different, it is easy to work together for this greater vision. Friends, the entire system reflects God, reflects God's character. Our God is a God of variety. Look at the variety in the students. Look at their talents. Pink, red, yellow, green. They are all differently talented. Look at their style of learning. Visual, motor, and audio. Look at their love language. Gifts and affirmation, physical touch, quality time. Isn't it amazing? Our God is a God of variety, and He has created different people in different ways. Look at the spheres. The entire system reflects our God. Parent. Our God is our Father. Education. Our God is our teacher. Economics. Our God is our provider. He says, gold is mine, silver is mine. Government. Our God is a righteous ruler. He is God of justice. Our God is God of truth. Media is supposed to say the truth always. And Jesus says, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. celebration. Our God is a God of celebration. And finally, religion. Our God is God of universe. To understand the entire system, we need to know God. If we know God, then we know why we do what we do. Thank you.